When you take the wheel for the first time, you'll experience the fun of going places and doing things.
And you'll discover a whole new world of being on the move.
Driving a car can be an exciting thing. The world hurries by and you feel like a bird on the wing. But the hand that steers better know how to do it. You could be dead wrong if you should think there is nothing to it.
Driving a car will open up a whole new world of freedom.
And with that freedom, there are new responsibilities to match.
But the hand that steers better know how to do it. You could be dead wrong if you should think there is nothing to it. Driving a car can be an exciting thing. Driving a car can be an exciting thing. Driving a car can be
Most everybody wants to drive a car.
But how many people really should?
It's for sure, not maybe, that a grown-up baby doesn't belong behind the wheel. And the boy who blows his top every time he has to stop can't drive on an even keel. The silly so-and-so who thinks he has to show how loud his tires squeal is just about as bad as the dull-witted lad who thinks every other driver is a heel.
When a hothead gets behind the wheel, he can be pretty dangerous.
And that's exactly why studies are being made on the behavior patterns of drivers.
It's for sure, not maybe, that a grown-up baby doesn't belong behind the wheel. And the boy who blows his top every time he has to stop can't drive on an even keel. The silly so-and-so who thinks he has to show how loud his tires squeal is just about as bad as the dull-witted lad who thinks every other driver is a heel. He thinks every other driver is a heel. He thinks every other driver is a heel.
City driving takes special driving skills.
Cities and towns are wonderful places to be, but for drivers they might be difficult places to see. People and cars are all around you, buses and trucks all seem to surround you, but a moment's hesitation, just a little consideration might be just the thing to do to keep the city from driving you.
Before tackling the challenge of city traffic, a new driver must be sure he's ready.
People and cars are all around you, buses and trucks all seem to surround you, but a moment's hesitation, just a little consideration might be just do to keep the city from driving you?
Driving rules are made to protect everyone.
That's why they have to be observed and enforced.
You ought to know by now that speeding gets you nowhere fast. And unless you use your head, your right to drive will never last. But there are many other things that you will have to know, like when a sign says stop, that's what it means, and not just slow.
The best possible situation on our roads and highways would be if everyone drove according to existing laws.
Driving is both a right and a privilege. If you abuse that privilege,
your right to drive will never last. But there are many other things that you will have to know, like when a sign says stop, that's what it means, and not just slow. But there are many other things that you will have to know, like when the light is green, that is the only time to go. But there are many other things that you will have to know, like when a sign says stop, that's what it means, and not just slow.
When it rains or when it snows, a driver has to take special care.
Rain is a gentle thing, but not when you're driving. Look at the silent snow, but remember to go slow. Fog gently blankets the ground. Turn on your lights and slow down. But when it's stormy and dark and the temperature drops, the smart driver always stops.
it's important to adjust your driving habits to driving conditions. Expert drivers do.
Rain is a gentle thing, but not when you're driving. Look at the silent snow, but remember to go slow. Fog gently blankets the ground. Turn on your lights and slow down. But when it's stormy and dark and the temperature drops, the smart driver always stops. The smart driver always stops. The smart driver always stops. The smart driver always stops.
A good driver must know all about his brakes and stopping distances too.
There's a whole lot of horsepower galloping under that hood, and there's a whole lot of difference in how fast you go and how fast you could. If you put that pedal down to the floor, every time you get inside the door. When the wrong thing happens, brakes won't do you any good.
You might hear a driver say, I can stop her on a dime.
Well, he can't, and you're better off if you don't drive with him. Cars don't stop on dimes.
There's a whole lot of horsepower galloping under that hood, and there's a whole lot of difference in how fast you go and how fast you could. If you put that pedal down to the floor every time you get inside the door, when the wrong thing happens, brakes won't do you any good. Brakes won't do you any good. Brakes won't do you any good.
Anyone who drives should have some knowledge of the natural laws of motion. Hey buddy, do you know the force that helps you go and turn in any direction? It's a thing called friction. And when you're on the move, yeah, really in a groove, what keeps you going on your course? Of course, centrifugal force. When you're behind the wheel, there are things you may not feel, but they help to get you on your way. Like gravity and speed, and the stopping time you need, you've got to know them because they are all natural laws. They are all natural laws.
Some of nature's laws affect driving so directly, you can't drive intelligently without knowing how they work.
Hey buddy, do you know the force that helps you go and turn in any direction? It's a thing called friction. And when you're on the move, yeah, really in a groove, what keeps you going on your course? Of course, centrifugal force. When you're behind the wheel, there are things you may not feel, but they help to get you on your way. Like gravity and speed, and the stopping time you need, you've got to know them because they are all natural laws. They are all natural laws. They are all natural laws. They are all natural laws.
In order to clarify the natural laws of motion,
And in order to adapt driving to these laws, man has come up with some common sense rules of his own.
For the good of all concerned, we have many driving rules, and we'd be a lot of fools if we ignored them. Safety rules that should be learned to avoid the danger zones, for without the rules we're only rushing toward them. So when you're on the road, keep to the right. Keep the traffic that's around you well inside. Know who has the right of way. Passing on the left's okay, just as long as there's no solid line beside you. Don't forget about your speed and the distance you may need, and when you're in doubt, these safety rules will guide you. Will guide you. These safety rules will guide you. Safety rules that should be learned to avoid the danger zones, for without the rules we're only rushing toward them. So when you're on the road, keep to the right. Keep the traffic that's around you well inside. Know who has the right of way. Passing on the left's okay, just as long as there's no solid line beside you. Don't forget about your speed and the distance you may need, and when you're in doubt, these safety rules will guide you. Will guide you.